Gotta go out here. Okay, that's what we need right there, and that's gonna start a timer.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Okay, so when we pick this up, a timer is gonna start. Hold on 1 second. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Once the third one is picked up, the Inquisitor will have a limited time to return to the ballroom. Okay. That's well said, Kai. Well said. The first bell will ring, signaling it's time to return to the ballroom. The fastest route to the room. 3 bells ring before.
Daddy, I'm going back down outside.
Okay, bud. You guys want to go back outside? Want to go outside in here or outside with mommy?
I'm outside there.
Oh, I just realized this is probably like the worst part of this game for you guys to be watching. it's so boring compared to what you guys usually like to watch. That's for my microphone. Don't touch that, okay? That'll make it so the stream can't hear us.
Over there.
Those are mice and controllers and speaker stuff and mixers. Mice move the stuff around the screen. Ah, see? Okay. Let's see. So now we're gonna save it before we pick this up. This whole section feels like homework. You're absolutely right. It really does.
Daddy, what those can do?
Those are all buttons that control the stream.
Oh.
Yeah. Here we go.
Those are really
Save.
cool.
Oh.
Well.
And where's the square button?
What's this?
The side button.
Our kitchen staff entered
Well,
servants wing.
where's
Vernon Undergardener. Riala, we need immediate support down there. Something's gone wrong. Oh Lord. Okay, bud. Raw. You guys be good down there, okay?
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for 2 minutes.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
Hey, buddy.
The band is still waiting for their refreshments.
Okay, so we have to wait for the second bell.
Daddy.
Wait, was that the second bell? Shoot. Guys. Okay, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, come on up then. Okay, did the second bell go off? No, it didn't. Okay.
What's the green button?
Don't touch any of the buttons. Please.
I will not touch the button.
You will not touch the button. All right, we're going to give it a sec.
I'm going there.
We are going to go in there. Give me 1 sec. Bun Gizzles! I just noticed I wasn't a sub, but Twitch told me about this thing
the second bell.
called Prime
Fashionably
Sub.
named now.
You know what this is? It didn't charge me anything. Anyway, good show to you, friendo from Spun Gizzles. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, buddy.
Well. What have we here?
Well. What have
The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith.
Is that Morrigan?
Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself.
Again.
What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much,
His name is.
but not all. I am Morrigan.
This is Mommy
Some
Morrigan.
call me advisor to
Mommy
Empress Celine
Morrigan?
on matters of the arcane.
You
You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so.
Daddy?
I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events.
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter.
Don't
so
kill
I
Dorian.
offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone?
Must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Dude, I completely forgot Morrigan was even in this game. That is awesome. Okay, let's see.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Who is Morrigan? Morrigan is a party member and prominent figure of Dragon Age Origins, which is the first game in this series. She is a very, very cool character. Yep.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Okay, so, where is Liliana? We may have some more secrets for her. Can I dance with my girl now? I want to dance with my girl. Kai, what in the heck are you doing over there? I hear a lot of tomfoolery afoot, chat. We gotta go back into the room. He's playing with a box, like a cat.
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so well versed in the game.
Balls. Mistress Nightingale, what a blessing.
So many crimes of fashion. I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
We can use this.
Oh my god. Good. 94 court approval. Heck yeah.
Lady Inquisitor.
Let's dance.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, milady.
Any white bulb?
It's doomed to
Any
fail,
white
of course.
bulbs, Daddy?
Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, milady.
I can't dance with her yet. Okay, let's see what we're doing next. I think the next thing we do is go into the servant quarters. Okay. At the first right next to the balcony, talk with Briala. None of the dialogue options have an effect. We are into the ballroom and turn right immediately to find the ladies in waiting. Okay, so first thing we need to do. Okay. First thing we need to do is go back to the servant apartments and go in there. Do that part. Servant quarters are lower level, upper level. Where are the servants' quarters? Is that over there?
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything. Not as much as you do.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game, of course.
Ah, there we go.
Celine
Maybe the
has something
giant
up her
glowing
sleeve.
eye is a good place to start, yeah? We talked to Josephine? I think we already did, but let's talk to her again. Just to make sure we're caught up.
Duke Gaspard has made a fortune at her.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montelier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montelier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Of course, every word, especially the parts where everyone was nude.
I knew it.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Mr. Plantita, hey Co, after finally watching your Pathfinder Kingmaker playthrough, I'm about to start my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous playthrough. Do you have any recommendations on class to play? Picking your class in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is kind of like having a job interview. It's lots of questions. It's like, how good are you at it? How much challenge do you want to give yourself? How familiar are you with the rule set? Do you want to be looking up guides, or do you just want to like have fun with it? What difficulty are you playing on? But the most important thing is, and this is by far the most important thing, what seems the coolest to you? Look through all the classes, and there's a good chance a few of them you're going to look at and be like, that sounds badass. Just pick those. Just pick one of those. I mean, it's the kind of thing where every class is going to be viable. Worst case, you'll just have to drop your difficulty, which is fine. That's totally fine. Who cares if you're not playing on the hardest difficulty? I didn't play Pathfinder on the hardest difficulty. So you're going to be spending a lot of time in Wrath of the Righteous. I spent almost 200 hours in my playthrough, 199 hours I spent in the game. And it is so much more important that you're enjoying your class and having fun in those 200 hours than doing something that's powerful or min-maxing or something like that. So yeah. On the flip side, if you have fun playing something that is super powerful and very strong, in that case, I would recommend looking up a guide. Unless you're like a master of the Pathfinder rule set, I would very much consider looking up a guide and following a guide for your run. There's some very powerful realized build classes that you can pick that are very specific in what you have to pick for them to work properly. Like this trait at this level, so this trait unlocks at this level before this level, so you can get this trait at that level. Like there's a lot of specifics, and you need to get all of them. So if you want to do that, look up a guide. If you just want to have fun, just pick something that's fun. Every class is viable in some way. So yeah, good luck. Deathman451 with the 98 months says, that's some months. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Caius84 says, no, Co, I like feeling weak and being useless. Well, to put it bluntly, if you play Pathfinder on a harder difficulty, you don't know anything about Pathfinder, and you're not looking up a guide, your character will probably end up weak and relatively useless. You know, if you pick a mage and then you spec it for melee, and you know, like you can definitely mess up characters in Pathfinder. But the thing is even on the lowest difficulty, that doesn't matter. On the lowest difficulty, you could throw cotton balls. You could master throwing cotton balls. and you would probably be able to beat the game. So, hey, if you're having fun throwing cotton balls, more power to you. That's what's important. All right, let's keep going.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of.
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Guys, I'm not talking about melee sorks. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about melee wizards. I'm not talking about specialty builds. You know what I'm talking about. All right.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
I still don't know what we're going to play for our next playthrough. Maybe a tank. I kind of want to play like a Reaver style, like Death Knight kind of tank character. That could be really fun.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with a doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Dude, that's amazing. I have done something to my chair, and I don't know how to fix it. I blame you, chat. I blame you. All right.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military
I think one of the kids did
campaigns,
it.
but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us
we heard
say,
this.
chaotic.
Okay. Did we already talk to all of him? Can we talk to him? Should we talk to him?
My friend, come in, have a drink. What can I do for you? You've been busily charming the court, I see.
I'd like to know more about you.
All of Orlais knows my story. But you, my friend, are far too sensible to be Orlesian. The heart of it is simple. I am the rightful heir to the throne of Orlais. But my cousin, Celine, is a politician, while I am a man of action. She charmed the Council of Heralds. They gave the crown to her, and while it looks fetching on her, I intend to take it back.
Just what are you claiming? Her crown or her head?
If Celine loses her head, it will not be my doing. I want my empire.
Wow.
I do not wish harm on my cousin, but I would not weep at her demise.
I found something interesting.
We'll
Hold on.
speak later, Duke Gaspard.
Another time.
Do I want to give this guy things? What?
It is always good to see you, my friend. You seem better at making friends among the nobility than I. Well done.
I discovered something you might be interested in.
Oh no, I don't want to do any of
We'll
that.
speak later, Duke Gaspard.
Another time, friend.
Yeah, I've somehow made it so my chair is leaning back and I don't want it to, and I have no idea how to fix that. And I think I'm 90% certain one of my kids flipped something when they were under my chair. Oh, found it. Ah, got it. We're good. Okay. Let's keep going for now.
Doesn't look like negotiations are going
Inquisitor?
well.
Gamer posture. I'm working on it.
We
That's
can
that's
only
one of the
hope
things. I'm
Celine
working on it.
prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Working on my gamer posture.
Where are Alban and Colette? Who cares? Is that Mark?
Wait, I think I have to go back through here and then up or down.
Be worth checking out.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, Lord. All right, stop.
I killed the servants. They were unarmed.
Because they were in the way, of course. These were minor obstacles in the path to someone's power.
Okay. Hold on. Real quick before we do this. Before entering the servants' quarters, now's a good time to re-enter the ballroom, and that which will commence behind every Empress subquest. Talking to Liliana will drop off the 13 stuff. Oh, we should talk to Brielle and stuff before we come in here. Then we explore the servants' quarters. Court approval time section begins. Okay. Okay, so let's go back out before we come in. We want to talk to Brielle and everyone first. Am I using a walkthrough? For this section, yes, because this section is tough. Yep. And the ballroom does not count towards on-time fashion without approval. Turn right and go down the side of the room. Talking to Liliana will give the opportunity. At first, exit the hall to the balcony and talk to Brielle. Okay. Talking to her marks the quest stage for her is done. Where is this? Winter Palace. Uh-oh. Why don't I have the quest for her? There we are. Why am I doing this game since the new one doesn't come out anytime soon?
Doesn't look like negotiations are going well.
There we go. I'm playing this game because I've never played the DLCs before ever, and I want to be able to read all the stuff about Dreadwolf without spoiling myself. Yep. Also, this playthrough is going to be like the end-all, be-all playthrough, 100% run, going into Dreadwolf 2.
Inquisitor Lavellum, how many of the guests have mistaken you for a kitchen servant? You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about Celine and Gaspard?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire. But reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical change, however sorely it may be needed.
I want to know more about the peace talks. I had a question about you, Brielle.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor.
Are
I
you?
suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hey, Cruzman.
Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
What's your story? How is an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Celine and I have history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
Okay.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor.
Okay. Now we have talked to Briala. We enter the ballroom, turn immediately to the right to find the ladies in waiting by the statue. Speak with Lady Fleur. The middle of the ladies waiting to complete behind every Empress. Continue counterclockwise, ignoring the next balcony. Celine is there but cannot be spoken with. Gaspard is in the next balcony. Talking to him presents his take on situations, completing the three-way opinion circle of the three parties. And that's it. Okay, great. Great. Somebody earlier said, am I liking this game? I'm loving this playthrough. Yes, I'm absolutely loving it. The mods that we've picked have really increased my overall enjoyment of the game. And also, it's been great to revisit everything and kind of get all the lore, and I can't wait for the DLCs. So yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress, how does the Inquisition benefit?
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Orlesian Empire with her friendship.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with Rivain, Antiva, the Underfells.
And she throws the best parties.
Hey, Ko, I brought you a dad joke. I used to work for a soft drink can crusher. It was so depressing. Your offer has been acknowledged. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been properly introduced.
How rude of us to forget.
Milady Inquisitor, may I present Lady Couteau?
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
I'd like to know more about Empress Celine.
Her Majesty has held the throne since she was just 16 years old.
She is respected and beloved, not just in Orlais, but across Thedas.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
I was just wondering that.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. It seems strange to hold peace talks during a ball.
Oh, do your people have no customs surrounding great occasions? How sad.
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity are celebrated with revels and feasts.
While joyous occasions are given time for reflection and contemplation.
We must never forget that life is both bitter and sweet.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war.
What can you tell me about the other parties involved in the talks?
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the Imperial Army, and a legend among chevaliers.
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his palace a war camp.
Thanks, Tactical
He's also
Nap.
fiendishly charming.
Lady Briala has great intentions to change the lives of the elves for the better.
Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crimes against alienages.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous.
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians.
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
Okay.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade.
Great.